Jason is here. Yay! Just as I was
Oh,
getting to the last people, yay, he made it.
holy
You're
cow.
actually my last.
I had to reboot like 3 or 4 times. There's a big storm where I'm at, so it's causing an
Yes.
issue.
Lori couldn't even make it. Her
Oh,
stroke was so bad. She goes, unless you want me on the phone, but she goes, I got to tell you, even the phone is cutting in and out. Not as bad.
yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So thank
hopefully
you so
it'll
much.
make it from here to till the end of my time.
Hopefully we will, and if we don't, we will understand. But you are actually closing for me today, so you're my
Excellent.
last speaker. We save the best for last. Everyone would.
Well, isn't that amazing?
So, Jason Sisneros, one of my most favorite people. I'm so blessed to have him here. He has the best exit strategy ever. I'm just going to call you an exit strategist. Is that a thing?
It's a thing. It's
It's
what
a
I do.
it's what he does. And then, of course, I can't not mention what else you do. He is one of my favorite human beings because he helps to rescue people that have been sex trafficked. Amen to that one. And with that, I give you the most amazing Jason Cisneros. Plus, I love saying his name. It's my favorite. Go for it, Jason.
What are we doing in the exit game to change people's lives today? What do you want me to talk about?
So it's authentic leadership is the theme for today. So whatever way you want to play with that, go for
Got
it.
it. Love it. Love it. Well, I'm going to do my best to add as much value as I can in the next 15 minutes as we wrote sort of wrap up. But one of the things that is important about authentic leadership, obviously, is that word authentic. You know, authentic meaning real, to who you are. And I'll give you an example of some stuff that I've been going through. About a year ago, when we started to go down the path of what is our next shift in business, what is our next gear shift up, and 2019, I had just sold my companies, and I thought, what do I want to do from here? And I thought that was going to be rescuing kids for the rest of my life, doing domestic violence work, feeding people through Feed a Billion, the stuff. I thought it was like, okay, time for me to enter into that portion of my life. And what happened was obviously COVID hit. And around that time, there's a common theme in my life, which is I don't like bullies. And I figured that out a long time ago that there is a better way to fight bullies, because that's always going to be an authentic piece of me. Now, where did it come from? Think about your own life and where did your traits come from? Where did your beliefs come from? Where did your passions come from? Where did your non-negotiables come from? And it's always a good thing, good, bad, or indifferent, for you to investigate where they came from to make sure that they're authentically you. And mine came from an adopted father that went to prison for attempted murder of me and my mom. And lots of abuse before then, from family members, from him, broken noses and being locked in a bedroom and, forced to deal drugs and then forced to collect money for the people who didn't pay for drugs, all on and on and on and on and on. So that drilled into me. You have two ways to go, right? In any family, you want to be completely opposite of it, or you become like it so that you don't lose the love of your family. And both are understandable, but both initially are unconscious. It's subconscious response to what's going on in your life. Either one of them is understandable, but when you hear my voice, you hear this message, now you can't use it as an excuse anymore, because it becomes something that you have to personally investigate. Right now you go, oh, no matter what route I went, I got to take a look at it and make sure that that's authentically me and not just a trauma response. Right? There is in society a way that you look at trauma response. You go, oh, that turned him into such a good man, or that turned her into such a good woman. Not if it's not conscious, not if it's not the choice of the person that's riding in that skin suit, right? It's great if I'm doing rescues and all that kind of stuff, and you go, what a good guy. But not if I was doing it to prostitute myself for the love of others, right? Not if it was not, and being successful in business, not great if that is a conscious, effort of bringing out the best in myself, and learning new language and learning numbers and being, really fall in love with the outcome of the customer and blah blah blah. But I built my first couple of companies on pettiness. I built it on my trauma responses. Therefore, it was built on a beach of sand. It was not on solid ground because it was built for the wrong purposes. It was the wrong response. Did I make a lot of money? Hell yeah. Was I a productive member of society? Yep. Did I end up staying out of prison? Unlike 90% of my family? Yep. But I was still doing what I was doing for the applause of people that did not love me for reasons that are not sustainable nor worthy of love. Being rich is not worthy of respect or love. It's not. And again, rescuing kids, domestic violence, being philanthropic is not worthy of love or respect. The results that you get in those businesses for the purposes and reasons that you build them are the things that you ultimately become worthy of respect and love. Now, the love of the people that are closest to you, the people that true love, honest love, it will be corrective. There's going to be corrective aspects to it. In other words, hey, Jason, here, hey, Marianne, this is not the right way for you to go, right? You should be doing this. Maybe you should look at this other aspect, and having it be something that is corrective. Love that admires and brags and takes pictures in front of your Lamborghinis, and takes pictures in front of your multiple houses. And I'm glad when people have that stuff. I have that stuff. But when you have to have that stuff in order to gain the admiration or love of other people, that love is fake. That admiration is fake. And as soon as you lose it, all of that is gone. And that's what happened to me, thank God, in my early career. I built 3 businesses, built them on my trauma response out of pettiness and, some sad, pathetic desire for the family or for the world to see me as valuable, as it pertained to my bank account. And when I lost it all, it was not just ground zero. Like a lot of people in business, you think that, okay, well, if I fail at my business, it'll be ground zero. I'll start all over again. It's not. It's sub ground zero. It's sub ground zero, depending on all the shit you get yourself into, right? It could be sub. Like I remember the day that I became worth $0. I had a little party because I was $2 million in debt. The respect that I had in the community was completely and totally gone. I couldn't afford to see my children. I couldn't afford to drive an hour to go see my children. I couldn't afford to support my children anymore. I couldn't look the people in the eye. And when I would ask for help, those people that were at my parties and riding in my boat and, doing, clapping for me in public at church, they disappeared because it wasn't real. It wasn't real. And I have a handful of people in my life. Marianne, you're one of them. I have some people in my life that I will always show up for them, always be here for your shows, always, because of who you are, what you're doing, and what you're attempting to do and what you have done in your own life. Fake adoration, it makes me like, I literally have a of physical reaction to fake admiration, fake appreciation. I have, because now I'm back on top again, right? And now everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing," and I'm like, "Shut up!" Like, I'm a couple of bad decisions away from being worth zero again. I mean, it would be a lot longer fall to get there, and I'd have to make some really catastrophically stupid decisions, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen billionaires end up where, in debt. You saw Mike Tyson, who earned $1.2 billion in his career, end up $50 million in debt. You know what I mean? So that it's one of those things.
It happens.
I'm
It
never
happens,
gonna get
right?
too big for my britches. I'm always gonna walk this path looking for real human beings. And I don't care, like, again, the net worth of the person is not what is valuable, right? The net worth of the person is something that fluctuates through life, but the core of somebody who knows who they are, they've gone through making mistakes, and what they've decided is to ease suffering in other people's lives as a way to measure the constant throughput of their value add. Those are my people. And so we come across each other's paths in odd ways. You and I met through an odd way. We're like, me and Lori met through odd ways. Like, these are the things that it's not odd to me anymore. It's God's hand, right? It's God's hand guiding special people together so that they can do special things and help each other through the different subject matters that they find themselves going through. So, happen to be a Christian, and recently, I would say about 5 years ago, I guess, is when Emily and I got baptized together on the same beach that I then proposed to her on, and yeah, it was so cool. And we go back there. We were just back there a couple weeks ago, same beach. It's just really, really, it's a special place for us over there in San Diego. We go there. That same beach is where we go during what's called curb time. And curb time is the break that we take after we do child rescues. Because usually we haven't slept for, a couple weeks. We've eaten like crap. We've been through some emotional stuff. We've faced down bad guys, like all that kind of stuff. So we go hang out at that same beach, and it's just really special. And then the people that are at that beach, the people that were at the baptism, the people that were there when I got down on one knee for Emily, these are real people that are not perfect, but they have decided to serve. And I would say, kind of as we wrap into the end of this, that is the bumper sticker. If you want to be better in business, you have got to accept your servantship call. And that just means you're not better than anybody else. Your business is going to be as successful as you can be clear on the service that you are giving other people, the easing of their suffering. I don't give a shit actually what your product or service is. I care, I care about what it does. I care about the suffering that it eases. Businesses only in businesses exist for three things: to make people money, save people money, or measurably improve the quality of their life. And so when you measure the success of your business, when you look at your business, what and how does it make people money, save people money, or measurably improve the quality of their life? That's the value of your business, period. End of sentence. I could have swore I saw a message. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. So at the end of the day, your business, you got to look at it like it is a device. It's a service delivery machine. The other thing about your business, and this is where we tie into built to exit, which is what you were talking about earlier, is that built to exit comes with you really don't belong. Like, you really don't belong in that built to exit world, not as a judgment, but as a measurement of mindset. Once you realize, oh my gosh, I've got a company, and eventually, like, the phrase that we use is everybody exits, how matters. And we got three types of exits. We have the involuntary one, which I had three of, right? Which you go out of business. In that involuntary exit realm is dying at your desk, having sudden health issues. The bank closes you down. The tax man comes and closes you down. Competition comes into town, kicks your ass. AI puts you out of business. There's all of the things that involuntary exit. It's not a shameful place to be because 90% of businesses end up in that realm. But if you start going, everybody exits, how matters. Now you go, what's the other outcome of owning a business? Not exiting, or exiting, but on my terms. And that's really what we do at Built to Exit is we custom tailors people's exits to say, what is the amount of money that that is necessary for you to pay for your own freedom. Because shortcut, based on our short time today, I could go deeper into it, but at the end of the day, every single one of you that is running a business is running it, whether you know it or not, whether you can articulate it or not, whether you've ever thought of it or not. You are running your business so that eventually you have enough money to not worry about money anymore. Okay. And most people forget that, or they never find that out. So ultimately, if that's what you get from the show, is you just go, oh shit, I'm going to exit someday. How matters. So let me look at this. If I'm running a business so that I can not worry about business or worry about money, which is economic freedom, that's the thing. What does that look like for me? Oh, it looks like the house that I'm in, $250,000 is paid off. Oh, the two cars that we have, they're paid off and I can afford to replace them every 7 years. I need to put my two kids through school. I'd like to have a travel deal, and then I'm going to plan on living to 120. Okay, cool. So all of that. What's that? You're on mute.
If you're going to live until 120, then you need my supplements.
There you go. 100%. So, but if I'm going to do all of that, then it has this piece of paper, right? You just write on a piece of paper. Oh, that costs this, that costs this, that cost. And staring at you in the total column is going to be this thing called your freedom number. That's how much it costs for you to be free. Now you go, oh shit, then how have I been running my business? Oh, I've been running it for survival. Now, that's all you're going to get. Yeah, you're going to survive. Hopefully, if you don't got a business, but that's the whole thing. I'm running a business for survival. Guess what? Your business is going to give you survival. If you're running your business to exit it, then it will give you an exit. If you're running it to exit it involuntarily, it will give you an involuntary exit. You will go out of business. You will run out of money. And then all of a sudden, poof, can't pay yourself, can't pay the bills, can't pay the tax man. Your business will shut down. Now, on the other side of it, if you custom tailor your exit for your own economic freedom, that takes on a whole other energy. There are strategies. There are tactics. There are connections. There are things that you need to learn. And I talk about it every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on a show called The Built to Exit with Jason Sisneros. It's on Twitter and YouTube and all the places. And we talk about this. It's free. Yeah. It's good.
It live streams on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah. Sometimes when I get the technology right, but yeah, always. But always it's on Twitter, right? At the J Sisneros. And if anybody wants to come and check it out. And then we have this amazing meeting on Twitter afterwards, which is kind of like a live radio show where all of the business owners from all the platforms come to Twitter and we do a spaces and we have a conversation. hey Jason, this is what I thought about your stuff. This is what I've been applying. Here's my big win, here's my big challenge. Like we have real world conversations, and it comes down to, because the same heart that you, I love that you just hit hearts as I said heart. It's the same heart that you do your show with. It's pure service. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for any other reason than there are people out there that are going, I have tried every fake ass guru. I've tried every seminar. I have tried every shortcut snake oil, fakety fake boo boo bull crap out there. There's got to be a formula. And we learned it. I had to learn it for myself, and I still do. My wife and I still buy businesses. We still sell businesses. We bought two the other day. We're in the process of exiting out of one of them. We're doing it, and very seldom do you have somebody doing it that's teaching it. And that's what that's what I thank God more for the most for, because I love teaching. I don't know why. I love it. And God gave me a talent for it. And it's on a subject that is relevant. We help the focus of what we do is we help take companies from wherever they're at to sell for an average of 15 to $30 million. That changes people's lives. Of course, we sell companies for more, and of course we sell them for less, but that's our sweet spot. Taking somebody to $5 million EBITDA and selling them for 15 to $30 million. It changes people's lives. And we do it for the least amount out there because we are sell side advocates. We are the advocate for the business owner. Whereas it's going to cost you 40 to 50% of the literal sale of your business, the thing that you put your heart, time, sacrifice, probably your marriage, you put 72 pounds on because of, had late sleepless nights, all that kinds of people are going to come in because they're experts, and they're going to pick your pockets for about 50% of the value of your business. That pisses me off. Okay. We put you in a position where we can help you all the way through to the sale, and it costs you maybe 14 to 17% of the cost. So we love helping, and we're here for that. Built to exit.biz or jasonsisneros.com. Easy peasy Japanese.
Easy peasy Japanesey. I'm going to use that now. Now that's going to be stuck in my head. I love it. Thank you so much, Jason.
I'm so sorry I was late. I literally was furiously doing the thing that I'm not good at, which is tech.
Me too. That is definitely not my thing. Everyone's like, oh, but you run this. And I go, look, I learn exactly what I need to know. And I'm pretty much like, I'm done. I'm boxed in there. It's not something that comes natural to me. I actually just tried to even message Lori to see if she could come on.
Yeah.
She can't. The weather there is so horrifying, and she's a little outside of the city. So it's got to be worse there like it is here.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for showing up, and thank you for staying persistent enough to stay with me.
You betcha. Anytime, anywhere, any place, for any reason. You know that.
Isn't he amazing, everybody? I love Jason so much. I love him so much.
Love you, and proud of you. Proud of you for what you continue to do. Stay consistent with it. It means something to a lot of people.
I was like, seriously, I still haven't opened up my non-for-profit because I'm still sorting it out. And I go, I've got to do something. I've got to do something with kids like that. Like this whole sex trafficking thing. I had a conversation with one of my friends, and I was telling her about you. And she goes, oh, I wonder if we could involve him here in Canada. And I go, I don't know if they do cross-border stuff. I go, I can ask, but
I've rescued in 19 countries.
Wow. Okay, then we need to talk, because she's a school teacher, and she like a high school teacher, and she goes, yeah, we have so much of that. I said, oh my gosh. I go, God, things have really, like, okay, without sounding naive, yes, things have changed since I was a kid in school, but come on, like things that the kids have to put up with now that is normal for them to have to put up with. I'm like, oh my God, these are nightmares for me. Like, are you kidding me? I can't believe this is going on. And she's like maybe an hour away from me. And I said, this is normal. I wonder how much of this is happening here, because I'm the one that's closer to the city than she is. So,
Well, it's happening where you're at. It's happening where she's at. It's happening. It's the fastest growing crime on the face of the planet because a child, and I don't mean this to be, but this is how shocking it is for people that are like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But think of it, that, you know, if I have a bag of cocaine and I sell that bag of cocaine is gone. If I sell the child, I'm going to get the child back again to be able to sell them again.
Wow.
And that's how they look at it. It's a renewable resource, and they just wear them out until they're dead. Then they toss them away like they're nothing. And it's disgusting, you know, to your point. It's a disgusting situation.
That is horrifying. And I'm so glad someone as awesome as you is out there helping them. So
a lot of people in the fight.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do something around that, because when I hear that, it gives me an extra special kind of like, you know, abuse from your dad, from your mom, you know, that's different.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not talking about sexual abuse necessarily, just abuse. That's different from this. It's just like this terrible. Like this has got to stop. Like something has to be done. My goodness.
It's a special kind of evil to sell an innocent child.
Honestly, like seriously, it's like, it really is a special kind of evil. Like, well put.
Yep.
I don't want to end it on this. So I love Jason. I saw a picture of you and your wife on the beach, and I'm like, I love what you do. I love everything. And isn't he wonderful, everyone? You know, let's see some hearts and stuff. And what a great way to close out my summit for today. So thank you again, Jason, for being here as always. Jason Sisneros. I love saying your name.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you, and have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.